Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to start working on graphing parabolas. Okay, there's two different types of parabolas we're going to look at today. And the first one is if we have a parabola of the form y equals x minus h squared plus k. All right, so we have a little definition here. For any parabola given of the form y equals x minus h quantity squared plus k, the vertex is given by hk. Remember, we've talked about the vertex before for a parabola. If you have a parabola that looks like this, right, this would be your vertex. And so it's at the lowest or it's the highest point of the parabola, depending on which direction it's facing, okay? So that's how a vertex is going to look. So what we're going to do is we're going to first find the vertex of a parabola, and then we're going to plot a couple of points on either side of that vertex, okay? So let's take a look at this example. We have y equals x minus 4 quantity squared plus 1. All right, so looking at our initial formula here, y equals x minus h squared plus k, looks like it's already more or less given in that form. So we could say that our h value is going to be 4, and our k value is going to be 1. Okay, so our vertex is going to be given by hk, or negative 4, or sorry, be positive 4, 1. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and plot that point. So we'll go to the right 4, up 1. So this is where our vertex is going to be. And now let's plot a couple of points on either side. Okay, so let's plug in 1 point to the left. Let's try x equals 3 and see what happens. So we have y equals 3 minus 4 squared plus 1, or y equals negative 1 squared plus 1. All right, or we'll just end up having 2. Okay, so we'll go here. All right, let's plot one further to the left. So we'll plot x equals 2. All right, so we'll have y equals 2 minus 4 squared plus 1, or negative 2 squared plus 1, or we'll just have 4 plus 1, which is 5. Okay, so it'll look about like that. And because of symmetry, we know that the other side is going to look basically the same, but we'll plot a few of those points anyways. Let's take a look here. We can plot 5. We already have 4 plotted. Let's plot 5. So that will give us y equals 5 minus 4 squared plus 1. Or again, we have 1 squared plus 1, which will just give us 2. Okay, and if we plot the point 6, we'll get y equals 6 minus 4 quantity squared plus 1, or we'll get 2 squared plus 1, which is going to give us 5. Okay, and now we can just play a game of connect the dots, and our graph is going to look about like that. Okay, so not too bad. All right, so for this one, we have y equals x plus 2 quantity squared minus 4. All right, so in order to find this, let's first see if we can put it in the form that we were given in our initial statement. So our initial statement said if we have y equals x minus h squared plus k, then we can find our vertex that way. So we could actually just rewrite this as y equals x minus negative 2 squared plus negative 4. So that means that our vertex is going to be given by negative 2, negative 4. Okay? So we'll go over 2, and then we'll go down 4. All right, so let's plot maybe 1 point on either side. So let's do negative 3. So we'll have y equals negative 3 plus 2 squared minus 4. Or we'll have negative 1 squared minus 4. Okay? Or that'll just give us 1 minus 4, which is negative 3. So we'll have the point negative 3, negative 3. So now let's plot the point maybe negative 4. So we'll have y equals negative 4 plus 2 squared minus 4, which is going to be negative 2 squared minus 4. All right, or we'll have be negative 2 squared is just 4, minus 4 is going to be 0. So there we go. And then we can plot to the right as well. So if we plug in the point negative 1, we'll get y equals negative 1 plus 2 squared minus 4, or we just get 1 squared minus 4, which is negative 3. And we can do the same with 0. So y equals 0 plus 2 squared minus 4, which is going to be 4 minus 4, which is 0. And again, we can play our game of connect the dots, and we can plot the rough shape of our graph. So there we go. There's a little bit on how to plot those if it's already given in that really convenient form. But what about in the situations where it's not given in such a convenient form? Maybe that's been FOILed out, and we get something that looks like y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. So this says, given a parabola of the form y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, the x component of the vertex is given by negative b over 2a. Okay, so what we're going to do is if we can find the x component, it'll be really easy to find the y component. So if we can find the x component, all we have to do is plug that in for each instance of x here, and we should very easily be able to figure out what our y component is, and then we'll then have our vertex. So for this one, we have y equals x squared plus 6x plus 4. So if we have x equals negative b over 2a, that'll be negative 6 over 2 times 1, or negative 6 over 2, which is just negative 3. Okay, so the x component of our vertex is negative 3. So to find the y component, all we do is plug in x equals negative 3. Okay, so we'll do y is equal to negative 3 squared plus 6 times negative 3 plus 4. So that'll be 9 minus 18 plus 4. Okay, so 9 minus 18 is negative 9, plus 4, that's going to be negative 5. So our vertex is given by negative 3, negative 5. So we'll go to the left 3, and then we'll go down 5. And then we'll again plug in points on either side, just like we did last time. Okay, so let's plug in negative 4. So we'll get y equals negative 4 squared plus 6 times negative 4 plus 4. Negative 4 squared is going to be 16 minus 24 plus 4, which will be negative 4. So we'll have negative 4, negative 4. Okay. Let's try another one. Let's try negative 5. So we'll have y equals negative 5 squared plus 6 times negative 5 plus 4. Or in this case, we have 25 minus 30 plus 4, That'll give us -1. Okay, we can go a little further. We could do, maybe we'll try -2. So we have y equals -2 squared plus 6 times -2 plus 4, or we get 4 minus 12 plus 4. 4 minus 12 is -8 plus 4. Again, it's going to be -4. And then we can try the point -1. -1 squared plus 6 times -1 plus 4, or we get 1 minus 6 plus 4, and we will get -1. So this is the basic shape, again, of the graph that we're getting here. Okay, so hopefully that helps a little bit with graphing some of these parabolas. These all are going to follow the same basic pattern here, at least for this homework section. So good luck.